I'm Gordon Lamphere, Vice President at Van Vlissingen & Co. If you're leasing industrial space, understanding the different types of lease structures isn't optional, it's critical. Each lease type comes with its own risks, rewards, and responsibilities. Let's break them down so you can make a smart decision that fits your business. Let's start with gross leases, sometimes called full-service leases. Here the tenant pays one flat rent, and the landlord covers the property, taxes, maintenance, insurance, and even utilities. The benefit, predictability. You know exactly what you'll pay each month. But you'll likely pay a higher base rent because the landlord is absorbing more risk. If you want simplicity and stable costs, a gross lease could be a great fit. Now let's move on to net leases. These shift more of the property's operating costs to tenants. There are three main types. A single net, that means the tenant pays rent plus the property taxes. A double net, which adds insurance to that list. And a triple net, that's rent plus taxes plus insurance and all maintenance. With net leases, your base rent is usually lower, but costs can fluctuate. You'll also have more control and visibility into how your money is being spent. The modified gross lease is a middle ground. You and the landlord split operating expenses, but which costs are shared and how they get negotiated is determined up front. This structure offers flexibility, especially in multi-tenant buildings, but it does require more careful documentation to avoid disputes down the road. Though less common in industrial, some properties use a percentage lease. Here you pay a base rent plus a percentage of your gross sales. This aligns landlord and tenant interests. Your success becomes their success. But the downside is obvious. Your rent grows when your business is booming. This can work well for distribution centers with direct consumer sales. However, there are obvious downsides. Finally, there's the absolute net lease, sometimes called a hell or high water lease. Here the tenant takes on all expenses, even structural repairs and replacements. This lease offers total control, but also total responsibility. It's common for sale-to-leasebacks or long-term single-tenant buildings. So how do you choose? Start with your budget and cash flow. Can you handle fluctuations? Or do you need predictability in costs? Next, ask how much control you want over maintenance and operations. And finally, what's your risk tolerance? You can also negotiate terms to suit your needs, such as TI allowances, renewal options, or rent abatements, which can sweeten the deal. Understanding your lease is about more than legal terms. It's about positioning your business for success. If you're navigating an industrial lease or renegotiating an existing one, let's connect. At Van Vlissingen & Co., we help tenants secure the right space under the right terms. I'm Gordon Lamphere. Thank you for watching.